Over a Thousand Hills I Walk With You, 2002, a young adult historical novel by Hanna Jansen, tells the harrowing story of a girl who survives the 1994 Rwandan genocide. Nominated for multiple awards, the book won the prestigious German Buxtehude Bull Award in 2002. It marks the first of Jansen's many young adult novels to be translated from German into English. Prior to becoming a full-time author, Jansen spent 20 years teaching arts and languages. She is also the mother of several adopted African children, including the girl at the heart of this story. The novel is based on the true experiences of Jeanne Umubyeyi, affectionately known as Dédé. At just 8 years old, Dédé witnesses the brutal events of the genocide and is the only member of her family to survive. The story is told from her innocent perspective, capturing the horror of the events through the eyes of a child. Upon hearing Dédé's story, Jansen felt compelled to share it, emphasizing the importance of remembering this tragic chapter in history. At the start of the novel, Dédé leads a carefree childhood, enjoying tree climbing and playing with her older brother, Jeanne. She eagerly looks forward to growing up and often listens in on adult conversations, much to her family's concern. Her mother, a teacher, wishes Dédé would remain unaware of adult concerns like money and politics for a little longer. Dédé also recalls the time when she fell ill with malaria, and her family feared for her life. Overhearing the adults discuss her condition, she is struck by the reality of her own mortality. During her recovery, her grandmother and cousins comfort her with stories and folk tales, helping her regain her strength. Once she's well again, Dédé returns to her usual habit of eavesdropping. Though she hears talk of growing political unrest in Rwanda, Dédé cannot grasp the seriousness of the situation. As a child, she assumes everything will work out in the end. She doesn't understand the divisions between Rwanda's Hutu and Tutsi ethnic groups, nor does she realize that simply being part of the wrong group would make her a target in the genocide. Through Dédé's perspective, Jansen explains the tragic events of 1994 when the Hutus used a plane crash as a pretext to murder Tutsis, blaming them for the downing of a plane carrying key Hutu leaders. Tragically, Dédé and her family are members of the Tutsi community, and her parents know it is only a matter of time before the Hutus come for them. One day, the Hutus attack Dédé's village. Her father tries to find a safe place for the family, but it's too late. Dédé is the only one to escape to safety, forced to watch as Hutu extremists murder her mother and brother, then turn on her neighbors. Her father and sister flee, and Dédé never sees them again. She assumes, like most of the villagers, that they are dead. Jansen compares the Rwandan genocide to the Holocaust, noting its brutal, focused effort to annihilate an entire community. Like many Jewish children during the Holocaust, Dédé is left to survive alone, searching for food, shelter, and safety. With no time to mourn her family or the life she once knew, all Dédé can think of is moving forward. She must grow up far too quickly, her childhood lost to the horrors around her. As the world learns of the atrocities in Rwanda, images of starving children and suffering become a global tragedy. Families like Jansen's do everything they can to help, including adopting children affected by the genocide. When Jansen travels to Rwanda to meet Dédé, she immediately feels a deep connection and wants to become her mother. Though Dédé leaves the poverty of Rwanda behind when she moves to Germany, she cannot forget the horror of what happened to her family. She battles flashbacks, panic attacks, and nightmares for years, but the love and support of Jansen's family help her heal. In time, Dédé makes new friends and begins to find the courage to talk about her past. However, she struggles with survivor's guilt, a burden that deeply affects her. Jansen describes the heartbreak of watching Dédé question her right to survive when so many others did not. Dédé wishes she had been old enough to help her family, and she will never forget the pain of watching them die while trying to protect her. Jansen also reflects on her own feelings of guilt. As a German raised in post-Hutu Germany, she carries a deep anger over the suffering caused by the Nazis. Though she had no part in the Holocaust, she feels a sense of responsibility, knowing that Germans will bear the emotional scars of that dark history for generations to come. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.